So this is more of a future me from after already doing the three new princess routes that they have done. I just want to go ahead and just give a warning that I kind of went very hard deep into certain explanations, so yapping, if you will. So if you would like to hear me yap about those situations, once I start talking deeper into these episodes, I will go on a pretty good tangent, maybe like a 2, 3 minute of me just kind of going around in circles with myself, trying to explain my thoughts. Because my brain works very differently. I talk myself in circles. So if that's something that you don't want to hear, you may think that, oh, this is boring, dude is just yapping, then go ahead and find somebody that may has have more better experience in talking about these certain things. But I guess you could kind of say that I kind of use this time to more explore my own brain, even though how twisted it is. I feel like every time I try to walk down a corridor in it, I find myself back in the starting line and I can never find a finish. So just a little warning. Um, I get kind of quiet. I let the story play out a little bit, but once when I start talking, I start talking. So just a little heads up. So I have played the original Slate of Princess already on my Steam account on my computer, and I saw that the Pristine Cut came out and that it was available on console. So I just went ahead and decided to get it. So I have not played the Pristine Cut yet, but I have played through and fully 100%ed Slay the Princess. But as I saw, there are new princesses that you can go for, and I haven't seen those yet. So I'm going to try to just do the new ones because I already know what happened in like the other stories. So it really wouldn't be like my first time seeing them, and I just want to get my genuine reaction of the new princesses now. Slay the Princess is a very good game. I love this game. It makes you think, and that's what it's a mixed weird thing. I I like to think about different aspects of like life, the meaning of it, but it can also be like a spiral as well. Like sometimes I'll think too much, and then I just feel like I'm spiraling out of control. But this game just the way that it represents itself is just so beautiful, and it makes you want to ask those questions that you're afraid of trying to find the answer. Because we all want to find answers to questions that we have, but sometimes we're a little bit too afraid to figure out what those answers can be. And I think this game is really good at giving you a problem, and it doesn't tell you an answer, a solution, because that's not the purpose of this game. The purpose of this game is to help you find your answer, your solution. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing like the new stories and stuff. And apparently some of the princesses routes they got more like bloated content on them too. So I don't know. I'll see what I can do.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No,
Stop
warn
that.
her.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No. I will never kill her.
The
Resist.
blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She
go
steps
ahead and
forward
slit my
and
throat.
pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Go ahead and slit my throat.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
So if I remember the prisoner route, she's going to have the chains around her neck, and she's going to cut her head off. If I leave her down there and not take the head, I think I get the is it the specter? What's the specter? Where where it's like an evil ghost. I don't remember. I do know if I take the head, then that counts as us leaving the cabin. But there's also another ending where I accidentally get locked up and we just wait until the cabin like decays.
You're here to slay her.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Damn girl, they
She
got
looks
you
up
all
at you,
chained
the
up.
heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart. Slide it over.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand... You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, already tried to take over your body. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little? I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Yeah, she just starts cutting.
No.
So I'm going to choose the option to close my fucking eyes, because I don't think this should be shown. If you want to see it, play the game. Yeah, we're
You
looking
close your
away.
eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now. Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please
We didn't do anything.
tell
She
me
did
we
that.
can put it back.
That was her doing.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Yippee!
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she? I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now, how does this diverge? I'm trying to think of
Now hold on,
how does
she's
that
dead.
diverge.
So what's the rush? What's your angle? I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that. Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why. You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Wait. That's different. He talks about taking the head as a trophy. That's different. Hold on, let's say that. I guess I'll start with leave the basement first to claim my reward. I'll leave the basement.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay.
Yeah, nah, I don't want it.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let's out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we get a better ending for saving the world. I don't know. This
What's
is bullshit.
done is done. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. Wait, that's new. I don't want to die again.
Great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. He's just saying things. The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever. No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense. You really don't want to be happy, do you? We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over. He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
It's this new? I can't even fucking tell anymore. Is there really no other way?
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
What do you mean you can do it? Okay, this is new. This is new. I don't remember this. Sorry,
Don't
but we're not doing
apologize.
that.
I'm sorry. Wait, why are you sorry? Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating.
Oh!
Are you killing us? You'll forgive me eventually. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
You spiteful bastard. Okay, this is new. This is new. I don't remember this.
Why
I
should
remember
it
this.
matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear. It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating.
Yeah, no shit.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right? Yeah, we'll see about that.
The cage. Wait. Wait, did I do it?
You're on a path.
Ah! This is
Are
new!
you fucking kidding me? We had everything we ever could have wanted, and you killed us.
This is new! This is new! Yeah, baby! We're so back!
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness. But it was nice. Who gives a shit about truth? I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison. And this isn't? There are chains everywhere. That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull. That we're finally starting to see reality for what it is. Can you two stop fighting? It's not very productive. No, it isn't, is it? So let's focus up. You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Understandable. She died last time, and the way you decided to think us was locking us away in a happiness
So you
void.
actually managed to slay her? Yet you still found your way back here. Absolutely unbelievable. What on earth is wrong with you? We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison. But it has happy right there in the name.
It has happy in the name.
It wasn't actually very happy.
No, we were kind of just stuck in the same fucking room for eternity.
I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave us a heart attack and killed us for no reason. I had a great reason. We were stuck with no answers, and now we're not. You're welcome. And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cage, it's just bigger. You know, if you think about it, isn't life just a really big cage?
Now, see, this is why I like this game. This is why I like this game. It's questions like that where you can sit here and you can debate on an answer, but the answer that you find will not be everybody's answer that they will go for. So, isn't like just a really big cage? Well, if you're a glass half full type of guy, then no. Life is just something that you try to take control of and you try to make it something of your own. But if you're a glass half empty guy or a pessimist, I don't I think me personally I lean more on the pessimist side cuz like I always have the philosophy of anything that can go bad will go bad. So I do kind of agree with the whole life can be a cage because it's the whole fact of depending on what religion were you born into. That could be a cage in of itself. What group of people were you born into? That could be a cage of itself. The country you're born in. You are born into circumstances that you can't control. And it can be up to you to break yourself out of those circumstances. But then again, if that's all you have ever known at the start of your life, you can have shackles on you for your whole entire life, but you would never know that you had shackles on you all the way up until you die. And that's just, again, this game makes me think. And when I think, my brain.
don't you start philosophizing. Just get to the cabin and settle this already.
Goodbye.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Fine. You walk away from the cabin and see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
What the? What's happening?
What's going on? Where are we? Did we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end? That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distance rolling a sound of many voices. Undulations pulse louder, and something uttered comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your conscience and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. What? This is a nightmare. Wake up and brace the thoughts constricting you. What the hell is going on? Wake up. It's not. Oh! It's the stages of grief. I forgot. So that right there, that's what happens before you give a vessel to the entity to try to basically reconstruct like the godly woman version of the princess. The real plot that you can push through is constantly just giving up trying to even do any of this. And the first one I just did was denial. So it goes through the stages of grief. And you get a whole different ending by going through the stages of grief. And I think it's like you just enter a void of nothingness. So since that was going through the stages of grief, so I do remember that ending. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna load. Go back here, and we're actually gonna go through that because the whole grief thing that's the same. Yeah, why do we still have the blade?
I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it? It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
I didn't kill us without reason.
But you killed us.
Well, you still killed us.
Exactly. You still killed us.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Ooh, hold on. Toss your weapon into the woods. No way out but through. Damn. Time to save again. Choices. No way out but through. Let's go see her.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. Great, a creaky old bridge and a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time. I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere. It'd be par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
That sounds like a horrible way to live existence.
Nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
The voices are great. I love the
Every surface of
voices.
the cabin is draped in chains. The air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster, destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down.
Yeah, there's a
All I
mirror
see
in the
is a
way.
Mirror? What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
I have my guesses on why. I honestly believe that the narrator doesn't see the mirror. Like, he's not gaslighting us. I think that he does not see the mirror. Because when you get to the end, when you collect enough vessels, you will have a chance to talk to the narrator, and he is. Actually, no, now that I think about it, maybe he is gaslighting us. Because when you look in the reflection in the end, and you say, "Who are you?" and then he replies, he's in the pieces of the broken mirror. Huh, so maybe I was thinking about that all wrong all this time. Maybe he was gaslighting you into thinking that there was no mirror. But the only reason why I thought that he wasn't was the whole fact that maybe he wasn't. This is what I'm talking about. Because this game is fucking with my head, and I already played through it. I already know what happens besides from the new stuff, but I'm already like losing my shit trying to think about this. So if we go and look into this mirror,
Oh, don't you lie to us. We can trust our eyes, and I am not going to stand around arguing over a stupid mirror. I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
okay, I approached the
Step out
mirror.
onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor.
Should have been.
Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Okay, so back to the mirror thing real quick. Well, every time when you look at the mirror, you will reach out and touch it, and it will disappear, and it will just be like the wall or a door. So, what does he see the mirror? Like, he recognizes that he was in the mirror at the end where he's breaking into pieces, but it almost seemed like that the mirror is like trying to reach us, trying to show us that ending. It's almost like it's like peeking through reality to try to tell us something, but the narrator doesn't see it. Only us. It's so weird. It's so weird, and it's hard to think about.
Oh, now this is just absolute bullshit. Can't even walk across a room now without being plunged into an abyss.
You're too emotional, it makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're raging about every little thing that happens.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit?
Don't be ridiculous, it obviously has a bottom.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin.
Oh, I
their
hate
hooks
that.
digging into your muscle.
Oh,
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be
I hate
a
that.
vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
They hellraisered our ass. I don't like that.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
What do you mean attack her? Do you not see us like dangled up here, bruh? I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like the obvious way to go from this is like, why the hell did you cut off your head? But we can also wait for her to make a move. Is this another save moment? I think this is another save moment. I'm saving. I'm saving. Why did you cut
But
off
you
your
are
head?
met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly. Screw this. This is making me bloody anxious. It's like she knows how unfair this all is, and now she's having fun with it. She's mocking us by not saying anything. Yes!
Okay. I could say screw it, attack her. Try to slip free. Remain silent. She didn't talk. I can only assume the way that it looks like. I don't think she has her head, so she can't talk. I'm gonna try to slip free.
As you attempt to move, the princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
Well, her head is in a fucking canary cage. I can see it now.
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter. Oh, we're being strangled already? You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing. What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice? I'm not here to give you chances. I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices,
That's bullshit.
that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You can manipulate my body whenever you want, dog, when stuff doesn't go your way. Maybe he is just a professional gaslighter.
A riddle while we're dying, isn't that just like you? Now to figure out what exactly you mean by choices.
Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something!
What happened to you?
Nothing happened. I think I've always been like this. Outside of everything. A helpless observer to the things that are done to me. The only difference is that my eyes are finally open.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
She's not happy you're here. So what, is your body and head now separate from each other? What the...
Oh, well, isn't that just convenient?
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So bodies can work on their own.
That's an interesting thing to think about.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
That's what it sounded like to me. Are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it.
What?
There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so... free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The
Oh,
pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
yeah, that's it. We're done. We're scuffed. That's game over. GG.
I cut myself free.
Well, at least she gets it. This whole damn thing's a pile of flaming bullshit, and there's nothing we can do to put it out.
My man is going crazy. You're setting me up to fail. I can't make real choices strung up like this, and you're refusing to make any choices at all. Us choosing the same moves every time we play isn't an indictment of anyone's free will. It's just how things happen to play out. I could have thrown away that knife in the woods if I wanted to, but I chose to come here with it. What was I supposed to have done? Did you want me to carry your severed head out of the cabin with me? I thought you were dead. Let's do this one. What was I supposed to have done? Did you want me to carry your severed head out of the cabin with me? I thought you were dead.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. Like I said, the girl's right. This whole thing is rigged.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
You're falling. The world is spinning, and then you hit the ground. Your body light in a way that is sickeningly wrong and rolled to a stop. The sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. You are unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around as the princess body steps towards you. One slow, rhythmic step after another. It stoops down to pick you up, and then a shadow rises behind the body, blade glinting.
And now, the cut.
It strikes, and it strikes true, and the body drops its cage in pain. Hold up. What a fucking plot twist. So she knew. She knew that the only way out of it. So the body basically makes a mind of its own. We basically die, question mark, like the chains pop our heads off. But it's almost like that she knew that our body will also have a mind of its own, and it will slay her body. Hold on, this is peak storytelling. They descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and fetters and blood, fighting their way deeper into the shadows until all you're left to witness are the sounds of violence.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
I didn't let go. You ripped my head off. You didn't cut yourself free. My body is still the one with the knife. Doesn't that mean this is different? Does that mean I broke your pattern? This isn't nice. I'm a severed head. I didn't let go. You ripped my head off.
My body ripped your body's head off. I didn't have anything to do with it. You get it. It's not like you're responsible for what your body is doing to mine now. You and I just watch, like we've been doing since the beginning.
And so you and the princess watch as your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance. Okay, I get it now. Basically, what it's trying to tell us is that we, as in mind, we have no control of what is basically destined of us. I'm assuming this is how it goes. So, since our heads have been removed, our minds have been removed from our body. Our body only acts out of pure instinct. So, I'm guessing the argument is that even if we think we have the ability to choose what we want to do, in the end, our choices are nothing but illusion. Because in the end, our body will move and act on instinct of what is meant of us. So we're just here, it's just severed heads, just watching, observing. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
The movement is gorgeous, primal, uninhibited, steel crashing against steel and flesh rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon. Head.
Really? 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 And at last, the climax plays out. Your body, reaped in chains and shadows, makes its final move, but so does hers. Chain shatters spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Both hers and yours collapse, their dance complete. Blood drips from the princess's mouth, and she coughs.
It's cold. But that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Holy fuck, that was good. Holy fuck, that was good. So, will. Oh, wait. We we can more clearly see his outline. Oh, that's pretty cool. So when you give the entity another vessel, she basically gives a synopsis on the vessel. And I'm gonna see if I can get a synopsis on the vessel, even though this is my first vessel.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart.
A body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. A watchful heart. How we live life and how we choose it doesn't matter. We're just nothing but a pair of eyes, just witnesses to what becomes and what will happen. So she basically wrote everything off as I truly have no say. I'm just here to witness it. Okay. Okay.
Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm not gonna take the blade.
Are you
What happens if I
serious?
do that?
The blade is your implement. You're going to...
You know what? Yeah, screw this.
We won't play along with any of you.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare. Are you
Toss
even
it.
listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work. Huh. That felt good. Best thing we've done in ages. Whatever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory. You sure we don't want to say anything?
No, that's great. It's smart. We can't think our way out of this if we're talking.
Yeah, because thinking our way out of things has worked for us. Ever. The body takes another step towards you.
I don't think she's happy you're here. You come to me, knife in hand.
I don't have a knife.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife.
Silently wave your empty hands.
No knife. But that's not right.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
So there is something different here.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
What happens if I continue to say nothing?
You're staring at me like the answer is self-evident. But it can't be. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too. The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
So that's really all it took?
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
That is absolutely not how this works.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Hit him with that, is that even your real name?
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky. Both of you talk too much. Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right? Fine by me. This world is bullshit anyways. The rest of us will find one that's better. Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Take your princess from her cage.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles, warmly.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you. Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
I'm game.
So am I. Then get on with it.
I like how the narrator just fully gave up, just like, okay, whatever.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an if. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down. I don't think that's going to happen, mate. It'll be par for the course. And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
You know, it's funny. All of this talk about free will, and I feel like I'm locked into this outcome. Step into your freedom. I want to explore.
I mean, what's the alternative? Dropping me to prove a point?
Huh, I hadn't even considered that. Should it be an option? Can it be an option?
Narrator, shut the fuck up.
I'm joking, by the way. Please don't drop me.
I mean, we could. Hell, no, don't you even joke.
No.
He's joking. But fine, I see I'm outnumbered, as usual. Have it your way.
Please don't make that an option, because then I'll be obligated to do it and I'll feel like an asshole.
It would certainly be a new data point.
Stop it.
Probably wouldn't work anyways. It'd make that perfectly good blade you threw out completely meaningless.
That's wild. You're crazy. God fucking damn it. You evil, heartless bastards. Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. No. No. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You soulless, evil bastards. Fuck you. You all can go to hell. You all can go to hell.
Well, I'll be damned. Did I just will that option into existence? After everything? Huh. So this is what it's like to dish it out. It, feels bad. It's not how I thought it would feel.
I'm sure you kept your cards close to your chest. Smartly played. We haven't seen what happens if we're the ones that beat her, but we'll see what happens now.
Well, no time for taking it back. It's done. You let go of the princess's head and watch as she plunges into the abyss. Can't believe I was all doom and gloom just a moment ago. Congratulations. You might just have saved the entire world.
All of that just to take it all away. You're cold.
I didn't want to. I hate that they gave me that option. Oh, fuck me, man. I feel like an
Where did she go?
asshole.
Should we try and find her?
Uh,
Mirror. I'm begging you.
No, step into freedom.
So you step into a world ended by your...
Oh, that felt bad.
What a travesty. Goodbye. It's been... Awful? Is he still there?
I think he's gone.
We did it! That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
It's a better ending than tossing her head back down like 10 fucking stories into the abyss. Oh man, dude, I feel like such an asshole. Why did they give me that option?
She's gone.
Evil! Alright, so that was the Cage's storyline. And I have to say, that whole back and forth of do we really have a choice? Is choice an illusion? That type of stuff. I love that. I love that so fucking much. This is why I fell in love with this game and why I 100%ed it on Steam when I first played it. And when I heard that the Pristine Cut was coming out, and then they even said they had a collector's edition coming out, I copped that collector's edition. It looks really good, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. I think it comes out at the beginning of next year. But I really did like that they decided to do more stuff to it, and apparently some of the other princesses routes also have like extra lore bits to it. But I think I'm just going to focus on the 3 new routes that they came out with, since basically those whole routes is just new to me, and I'll just have a blank reaction to them, while with the others I already seen them. So I think I'm just going to make it to where this episode is going to be about the cage, and then next episode I'll move on to another route. Now I did went ahead and looked at a guide and see like what routes I had to go onto the right path for. I tried to make it to where I didn't know what was going to happen, just pointing me to the right direction so I can go ahead and get to those new routes. And then I think I'll do like that whole in battle philosophy thing at the end as well when I get to that. So the second episode is going to be a new route. And hopefully that story will be amazing just like this one.